Good evening, classmates. Today I'd like to talk to you about a subject that is very near and dear to the heart of me and my family, and that is childhood cancer, also referred to as pediatric cancer. Roughly 175,000 children, 14 and under, are diagnosed each year worldwide. St. Jude's Research Hospital opened for business on February 4th, 1962 in Memphis, Tennessee. This was a result of Danny Thomas, the entertainer, who being so moved by a church service that he prayed to St. Jude Thaddeus that if he would show him his way in life, that he would build a shrine to his honor. St. Jude's Children's Hospital is home to that shrine. At the opening of the facility, child cancer survival rates were only at 20%. Currently, that survival rate is at 80%, thanks to generous donations that allow for research and new therapies. Not only do their patients benefit from the research, but also children around the world benefit as St. Jude's share their information to medical professionals around the globe. The cost of operating such a charitable and life-changing organization costs $2.4 million per day. All the while, patients and their families never receive a bill. Because the majority of their services have never, nor will ever, be covered by insurance, they depend on the generosity of those who are willing to donate. I would like to tell you the story about my family member, Kinley Teal. In March of 2015, at a routine appointment with her urologist for her spina bifida diagnosis, she had an ultrasound. It was at that ultrasound that the doctor found a mass in her abdomen. She was then sent for CT scans and sent to the oncology clinic at Children's Hospital. The scan showed a tumor that was wrapped around her aorta and also on the major vessels that supplied her intestines and other vital organs. In April, after a very risky procedure to do the biopsy, her parents were given the worst news any mother and father could dream. It was cancer, neuroblastoma to be exact. In May, the port was surgically placed and chemotherapy treatment began. What started out as a patient needing 2 rounds of chemotherapy then turned to 4. However, the tumor had only shrank 5 to 10%. The choices given at that point to proceed was to do 4 more rounds of chemotherapy or begin more aggressive medications. Surgery was out of the question because of the location of the tumor. It was at this time that Kinley's parents, Jennifer and Brandon, reached out to MD Anderson Hospital and St. Jude Hospital for second opinions. Both agreed that surgery was needed. After much prayer and research, they went for a consultation at St. Jude Hospital. Dr. David Off, Kinley's surgeon, felt confident that they could remove the tumor successfully despite the many risks. Upon arrival for the scheduled admission, the Teal family were immediately asked to provide St. Jude's with mileage so that they would be reimbursed for traveling expenses. They were given keys to their housing, which is much like a small apartment. It was also very cozy and comfortable. They were also issued a meal card for the cafeteria. And so the preoperative procedures began. After many prayers, hugs, and tears, Jennifer and Brandon handed over their precious daughter to the amazing care of the St. Jude staff. When the surgeon came out to meet the family with the news that they had successfully removed the tumor, you could hear the shouts, praises, and see the tears and hugs as everyone was so thankful. Although the surgery was a success, Kinley had a rough recovery. However, she was given a dedicated nurse in intensive care and only shared a nurse with one other child in her step-down care. After a 2-week stay, she came home cancer-free. She is now 2 years in remission. Her parents and the rest of our family will never forget the miracle in Memphis. In her mother's words, "If I had $1 million, I would give it all to St. Jude." I urge you to please consider making a donation to this wonderful charity. We cannot say enough of great things about this facility and their staff. You can make a donation by going online at www.stjude.org or by calling 800-805-5856. I'd like to show you a picture, if I could. This is Kinley and Dr. David Off from St. Jude's. He performed the surgery on her. This is pictures after her surgery. This is Kinley today. Please consider donating. Thank you.